Good morning, my dear students. I hope you all are doing well. So, continuing with the last class of our alternative English, let's start our today's class. All right. So, I think we completed the poem that is When Autumn Came by Faiz Ahmed Faiz. All right. So, two poems we have completed, and then one prose. All right. One prose also we have completed, that is the Suitor and Papa. So the second prose today we will start a new chapter, that is from the prose section. All right, and the second chapter, name of the second chapter from your prose section is The Rule of the Road by A.G. Gardiner. All right, so A.G. Gardiner, that is the full name is Alfred George Gardiner. All right, he was an English author. All right, he was a journalist also. All right, so he was very famous for his piece of writings. All right, so not much information is given about the writer here. All right, about the author here, so we won't go much in detail about the writer. All right, so straight we will go into the chapter. So when it says the rule of the road, all right, what kind of idea do you get? All right, the rule of the road, by the title of this chapter, that is the rule of the road. So whenever we used to walk on the pavement, that is on the footpath of a road, so what are the rules that are to be followed, that are normally to be followed by a citizen, as a responsible citizen? Okay, I won't say a person, but since we are using a public property, since we are using a public thing, so we need to keep in mind about certain rules and regulations while walking on the pavement. All right, while walking on the footpath. So sometimes what happens, that it happens frequently, and we can see that also, that people don't, while walking on the road, what happens, people are supposed to walk on the footpath, isn't it? People are supposed to walk on the pavement, but many people are seen walking on the highway, that is on the main road itself. So that is not advisable at all. All right, so that person will create problem for himself also, and that will lead to chaos to the surrounding also. All right, so when I talk about creating problem for oneself, all right, when I say about creating problem for oneself, that means what? It will be hindering his personal liberty. All right, so whatever liberty we have, definitely we have to follow, we have to think for our liberty, personal liberty, but we can't destroy, we can't pose a threat to other people's liberty. So that must be kept in mind. All right, so you will see here that in this chapter there are many instances given. All right, short examples are given, and through those examples, this chapter, this actually prose is trying to show the difference between personal liberty and that is public liberty. All right, that is individual liberty, and that is the public liberty. Public liberty in the sense means liberty of other people. All right, so that is what we will see here in this chapter. All right, now with this context, I just want to give you one example. Suppose since you had successfully passed your matriculation, so earlier in our time also, when we used to give exams and all, what happens is that sometimes our neighbors, they used to play the sound system very loudly. All right, they don't care for others, whether other the neighbors, the children of their neighbors, they are studying or not. They know that the exam is approaching, but sometimes what happens, some people do it intentionally. All right, and some people do it unknowingly. That is a different thing, but whatever it is, in both the cases, what is happening, they are enjoying their liberty. No doubt they are listening to the music, they like listening to the music, playing it, in high sound, in high pitched sound. So they are using their liberty, they are enjoying their liberty, no doubt, but they are not thinking of other people's liberty. They are not thinking, they are not bothering about other people. If that playing of loud sound, loud music will actually cause any problem to other people or not, they are not thinking about that. They don't give damn to that. Alright, so that actually creates problem in the surrounding sometimes. Alright, and that also creates, we can say that also creates a kind of noise pollution too. Alright, so that we can refer it to as noise pollution only, isn't it? So that is what that is just an example that I am giving here. Alright, so in this way you will see many instances and examples in this chapter. Alright, so let's begin this for today's class. So let's begin with this chapter. So see, pre-reading is given. Let's go through this, what it says here. I won't go in detail. I won't explain this part in detail. Alright, you have to find it by yourself. See what it says. Read this delightful little poem about the poet's neighbors and how they disturb him. Now definitely you got the idea what it says here, that poet's neighbor. Alright, it's a poem actually, and here the poet is saying about his neighbor. Because why? Because his neighbor continuously keeps on disturbing him. And how do they do it? Alright, let's see. The people upstairs all practice ballet. Ballet, that is a kind of art form where people dance, using dance. It's an art form using dance and music. Alright, definitely whenever there will be dancing, there will be dancing with music only. So whenever there will be music, if it is played loudly, then it will definitely create problem, as I have given the example just now. Okay, so that is what it says here. The people upstairs, the poet is saying here that the people who are living upstairs, above my head, they always keep disturbing me. Alright, so the first point he puts up here is by practicing ballet. Alright, second, see, their living room is a bowling alley. Bowling alley, that is a kind of game. You will see that it's a kind of like a narrow this thing, like pavement, where balls are hit to a certain destination. Okay, so it's a kind of game that he is referring here. Alright, so playing games also, different kinds of games, that will also create problem, that will create chaos. Okay, their bedroom is full of conducted tours. Their radio is louder than yours. They celebrate weekends all the week. When they take a shower, your ceilings leak. Very important line. When they take a shower, your ceilings leak. Now if you try to understand this line in context with enjoying personal liberty, and how personal liberty, enjoying one's personal liberty, creates a harm to other people's liberty. That is what this line says. Okay, so what it says, definitely the people upstairs, they take shower, but due to that, what happens, that means the poet's ceiling suppose leak. That means what? Whatever things they are doing, the after effects, the problems, the harms, they are being faced by people who are living on the, that is, lower floor. Okay, that is what he's saying. They try to get their parties to mix by supplying their guests with pogo sticks, and when their fun at last abates, they go to the bathroom on roller skates. I might love the people upstairs more. I would have loved them more if only they lived on another floor. I don't like that they live, on my upper floor, and they actually cause, they create problem in my life. They are doing their things in their way. They are enjoying their personal liberty, no doubt, but they don't care for my liberty also. They don't bother for other people's liberty. All right, so this is actually not done. So this is what the writer, the author, wants to say through this story. All right, so let's go through the first paragraph. So see, some questions are given here, that have you had a similar experience with your neighbors? So do you actually really, have you faced such kind of experiences where the neighbor tries to create problem to your in your life, where the neighbor actually tries to disturb you? Does this happen with you? How do you cope with people who seem to have no respect for others? How do you actually deal with people who give you no respect? Share your experience with your partner. Has he or she had a similar experience as yours? Have you ever been responsible for such behavior yourself? All right, so these are some general questions that are being given here, and you are supposed to discuss it with your partner. Try to discuss it with your friends. All right, and let's see, many interesting things will come up. All right, whenever such kind of discussions will go on. All right, see, now since we can't have any discussion here, all right, so it's our time now to move on with the chapter. See, reading. Now read this lesson, which highlights how we sometimes misuse individual rights and create problems for people who live with us in society. All right, so sometimes what happens that we tend to misuse our personal liberty. All right, if the government has given you personal freedom, personal liberty, now it doesn't mean that your personal liberty would create a problem in someone's life. That is not the government is saying. That is not what we should do. Okay, so we should enjoy our personal liberty, our individual liberty, keeping in mind the liberty of other people too. That is what we must adopt in our behavior. All right, so that is what actually the moral thing, the moral thingy, that is the moral lesson that we get from this chapter. See, a stout old lady was walking with her basket down the middle of a street in Petrograd. Now Petrograd is a city in Russia. All right, the word meaning is given, all right, at the bottom. You can see there, a city in Russia. Now here you will see a picture also. All right, you will see a picture here also that is being given. So clearly you will see here that a stout old lady, that is a very fat kind of, a very heavy old lady, is seen walking, taking her basket down the middle of the street. She was walking in the middle of the street. She was not using the pavement. She was not using the footpath. Instead, she was walking just in the middle of the street, to the great confusion of the traffic. And you can see that a lot of traffic is also there. All right, and she is seeing it also. And with no small peril to herself. So by doing that, she is creating, she is actually posing problem to her own life. Leave about creating problem in others' life. Most importantly, she is actually creating problem to her own life. If suppose accident occurs suddenly, or all of a sudden, what will happen? She will get hurt. All right, you leave about the other vehicles and other people. The most importantly, what will happen is that she will get hurt. All right, so she is unaware of that thing when she is seen here walking in the middle of the street. Now the most funny part will come, when we go through this. You just see, it was pointed out to her, it was being told to her that the pavement was the place for foot passengers, and everyone knows that normally a pedestrian should walk, foot passenger, they are supposed to walk on the footpath only. But she replied, now what did she reply? Say, very interesting. I am going to walk where I like. Now what she is saying, just see her attitude. Just see her caring, damn care attitude. So what did she reply? She replies that I will walk wherever I like. Who are you to tell me? Who are you to suggest to me? Okay, so we have got liberty now. So this is that, these lines are given in inverted comma. All right, so this is the reply that she gave, that we have got liberty, we have got freedom, so I will do whatever I like, whatever I feel like. So who are you to obstruct me? It did not occur to the dear old lady that if liberty entitled the foot passengers to walk down the middle of the road, it also entitled the cab driver to drive on the pavement. Now if she is saying like that, then the same thing will appear, that will be applicable to the cab drivers also. The drivers also, they are driving their cars in the middle of the road. What will happen if the cab drivers start driving their car on the footpath? What will happen? Just think. If all the people start thinking like that we will do whatever we like. Why? Because we have got freedom, we have got liberty. If all the people start thinking like that, what will happen? Will there be any law? Will there be any that is a rule and regulation that is to be followed? Will there be any silence, a calm environment that we will be able to see? Okay, if all the people start thinking like that, okay, we have got liberty, we will do whatever we will like, what will happen then? That is what it says. So, and that the end of such liberty would be universal chaos. So that will ultimately lead to universal chaos. Chaos, that means in Hindi it says halchal machna. Okay, that is called chaos. So there will be no discipline. No discipline will be there, either in the life of people, all right, or in the life of that is on the roads. No discipline will be there. Everything will be chaos. Okay, everybody would be getting in everybody else's way, and nobody would get anywhere. As the whole environment will become chaotic, what will happen? That people won't get into their destination, because everybody will try to put points towards each other only. They will be putting up their thing to one another. So that will create a whole lot of difficulty and chaotic environment in our surrounding. Individual liberty would have become social anarchy. So in that way, what will happen? That individual liberty, if all the people start enjoying their individual liberty without thinking for the liberty of others, what will happen then? It will ultimately lead to social disturbance. Alright, social disorder will create. Okay, so that is what it says through this example. So this is one example that is being given. You will see other examples also. Alright, so in this chapter you will see there are many such instances that are being given where actually people contradict. Well, a contradiction can be seen between individual liberty, personal liberty, and liberty of other people. Alright, so let's just stop for today's class. We shall continue in our next class. Thank you very much.